An incredible lap from Jason O'Halloran from McCam's Yamaha, just 0.2 adrift of the fastest ever lap of the circuit, which Shaky will tell us, I'm sure. Talk us through it, Jason, because it's hard out there with the conditions, the heat, everything else. How did you play it today?
Yeah, really, really tricky. To be honest, it's been a good weekend for us. We started FP1 really good, and I had a pretty good feeling straight away, so it sort of freed us up to try a lot of things in the next few sessions. We sort of found a few bits and pieces over the weekend, but nothing massive, so we sort of went back to what we had in FP1, sort of mixed between FP1 and FP2. But yeah, felt strong straight away. Track conditions really, really hot and slippery. Same for everyone, but really tricky to put a lap together, and bit of pressure around here as well because you really only get 1 or 2 chances at it. So yeah, when I seen 13.9 on the dash, I thought that'll do me. If it's not good enough for pole, it don't matter. So yeah, happy enough with that. Looking forward to the race. I think everyone's in the same boat. I don't really think anyone knows what speed to go or what pace to set. So we'll have to play it by ear and see how we get on. But I expect a good race, and hopefully we can be up front.
Second place on the grid for the eBay Sprint race this afternoon here at Thruxton. Pete Hickman for FHO Racing BMW. Pete, your first front row start of the season in qualifying. You had a strong day yesterday. It seems to just work for you. You were on the podium here last year as well. Talk us through how qualifying in the weekend's gone so far, please.
Yeah, well, obviously it's been a really tough year for us so far. We've had flashes of pace and been strong enough to be in the top 5, and it's just really not worked out for us through one reason or another. Most of the time, not even through any fault of our own, but that's just the way racing goes, you know. And it's mounting the pressure on really, because obviously we're coming towards the end of the main season before the showdown, and we've got a lot of points to make up. But Thruxton's always been a really, really good circuit for myself, right from being a kid here. When I was 14, 15 on a 125, I was really, really fast, and I don't know, I think the fast flowing nature of the track really suits my style. You've got to have some balls around here really to put a good lap together, and yeah, making one lap's really, really tough. The BMW is working really well. Whether it works for a whole race is yet to be seen. I think Jason's really kind of playing it down. I've looked at the laps that he's been doing all weekend, and I can see where he can be even on an old tyre really. So I already know that we can't do that. So, you know, I think it's a bit of a Yamaha race this weekend, but as it has been actually the last few, to be fair. But we're obviously going to have to aim for best of the rest. We've got to be realistic. We've got to be as fast as we can be and see where we end up. But just a massive credit to the FHO racing team. They've been working really, really hard. And, yeah, just good to give them a little bit of a reward with a front row at least.
And completing the front row for the afternoon eBay Sprint race here at Thruxton, Andrew Owen for Synetic BMW. Andrew, same for you, the first front row start in qualifying for you this year. You haven't been well this weekend, so that must feel like a massive relief to be starting from the front row to give yourself that little bit less work at the start of the race this afternoon.
Yeah, you know, the weekend started really slow. I haven't been feeling well probably for the past week. I came back from the Caribbean, and I think I brought something back with me. But yeah, yesterday morning I was 25th, and gradually we've just got more and more competitive. I felt quite strong in FP3. And yeah, then in qualifying in Q1, I knew that I'd done a pretty good lap time, and if we could make an improvement to that, I thought that would put us in the front row. So yeah, to do 14.4 is good for me. It's obviously
sorry to interrupt you, but that was quite a big improvement from where you've been so far this weekend.
Yeah, it's crazy, Joe. From where we have been to where we are now is a big step. So it's a credit to Synetic BMW. They've made some big changes, and they've made me feel more comfortable. It's sometimes I'm comfy, sometimes I'm not. At the minute, I feel good with the bike. So let's try to get a good start and just settle into a rhythm in the race, because for sure Peter is also strong. He's playing it down a little bit. I think on the front row, I'm the one that is the complete unknown. Jason and the Yamahas are really strong. Glenn has really good pace. So I'll try settle into a rhythm and make sure that we're there in the last 3 laps.
And the BMW, as we were saying to Pete, has been strong. It's been the closest to the Yamahas so far this weekend. What do you think that's down to?
Sure, the BMW is a really good package. I just think it's just getting in that right moment, in the right position. And it's showing this weekend. There's 2 of us in the front row. Ryan's been really competitive as well all weekend. Even Luke Mossy getting on 1. Danny's been there. I think he struggled a little bit in qualifying, but you know, the bike's really good. I don't think there's a better bike out there than anybody else's. It's just about putting everything together and the right package all in to make it into one good point.
That's great. Congratulations, Andrew.
Cheers. Thank you.